Yay, thank you. Good to see you. Good to see you all out there in the internet land as well, wherever you are, wherever you dwell. Thanks for watching this evening. Get my water bottle, stand up. There you go. All right, trying to avoid any product placement stuff, so don't we're not endorsing anyone here this evening. Thank you. I appreciate that. They are Merrill's. Oh, I love Merrill's. They're nice shoes. Thank you. I had to do it. They hooked me on online shopping. We're celebrating the release of my newest CD, I Can Face the Truth, which I have lots of copies of, and all you out there on the internet. It's available everywhere you get your music online as well. So let's launch into the title song here, I Can Face the Truth. Don't want the sun to hide behind the cloud. I want to run and never fall down. I'd be number one if I could figure it out. I can face the truth, but please not today. I can face the truth, but please not today. I stood so long, I'd like to sit down. I've sung my song, can I take my bow? I can go long, baby, just not right now. I can face the truth, but please not today. I can face the truth, but please not today. I can be a fool, I can be a creep. I can be so cruel, it's a wonder I can sleep. You got your complaints, give it to me straight. But baby, could it wait just one more day? The truth will set me free, the truth will slap my face. Truth is I'm weak, truth is I'm afraid. Afraid of my own life, the damage that I've done. Afraid what I'm not, what I might become. I can face the truth, but please not today. Cut down the flowers, lay 'em on the grave. Don't count the hours, time will not be saved. I'm not a coward, but I'm tired of being brave. I can face the truth, but please not today. I can face the truth, but please not today. I can face the truth, but please not today. Thank you very much. This is the first single off the CD. Came out a few months ago. It's called Always Old Friends, written with Robert Weingarts. Old friend of mine, our faces aligned with years of worry and weather. We crossed that line, we took that ride, and we always faced the battles together. We done right and we done wrong, tossed the dice and rang the gong. Always old friend, never let go, friend. Oh, stay with me till the end. Always old friends. Some say you can't make old friends. You were my friend the moment I met you. And we can't live those old days again. But then why the heck would we want to? How we'd run and how we'd fall. Yes, I remember it all. Always old friends. Don't let go, friends. Oh, together we can only win. Always old friends. We've known the best and the worst in each other. We've blessed and cursed and forgiven each other. It's hard to tell where one begins and the other one ends. Always old friends. Old friend of mine, now it's your time to leave this old world behind you. We'll go on and shine. I'll hold the line where the song never ends. I'll find you. I'll be lonesome. Until then, I will carry you within, and we'll always be old friends. Never let go, friend. Oh, together we can only win. We'll always be old friends. Crazy rock and roll friends. Oh, together through thick and thin. All I know is that we'll meet again. Yes, I'll see you where the song never ends. Always old friends. All right, thank you, thank you. Always old friends, appreciate it. You ever get tired of your own stuff, just your own deal? I guess we probably all do once in a while, right? I wrote this song when I was just kind of hyper aware one day of the fact that things weren't going the way I wanted because I was preventing them from going the way I wanted. Some crazy way or other. It's called Standing in My Own Way. There goes me, giving in easily. Fighting that big machine. Jumping through hurdles, frightened and little, standing in my own way. Here am I, questioning where, how, why, watching my life go by. Man, I don't want to blow it. Contrary me, begging to disagree, making mistakes in threes. Yes, I'm wrong and I know it. Too proud to show it, standing in my own way. Standing in my own way, doomsayer. You and that satisfied grin, out of my way, betrayer. Don't be so darn sure you'll win. We are through I haven't room for two. I'm stepping right over you. Open that front door, 'cause here I come, chasing my broken drum, chasing that grinning sun. I'm winning this soul war. There'll be no more standing in my own way. Oh, there will be no more standing in my own way. There goes me, standing in my own way. No more standing in my own way. Ooh, standing in my own way. Oh yeah, thank you. I tell you what, well, I appreciate the sentiment. Thank you. Yeah, I want to redo on that one, maybe later. So anyway, yeah, I appreciate you guys coming out. Really, it's great to see y'all. Good to see you. And those of you out there we cannot see, we know you're there. We appreciate you. I'll do another tune off the new record. That's an older song there. And this is a cover song. I hope it's okay to do a cover song this evening. I don't often record other people's songs, but sometimes. There's this young guy named Hank Williams Hank Williams Sr. And I grew up loving his music. And I recorded a song of his on the new record. One of my father George's favorite songs. Call him so lonesome I could cry. Let's get the right instrument in here. My dad took me to my first concert when I was 3 years old, which may not seem like that big a deal, but we had to ride on a caboose on a freight train about 60 miles into Kansas City to get off at Union Station and then get on a bus and cross the Missouri River to Kansas City, Kansas, and go to a place called Memorial Hall where Ernest Tubb was playing. About 1954. So, yeah, my dad, big influence on me, and I had a little dream about him the other night. I'm going to do this song for him. Hear that lonesome whippoorwill. He sounds too blue to fly. The midnight train is whining low, and I'm so lonesome I could cry. Well, I never seen a night so long when time goes crawling by. The moon just went behind the cloud to hide its face and cry. see a robin weep when leaves begin to die. Like me, he's lost the will to live. I'm so lonesome I could cry. Oh, Lord, I could cry. Silence of a falling star lights up the purple sky. And as I wonder where you are, I'm so lonesome I could cry. I'm so lonesome I could cry. Oh, oh, I could cry. I'm so lonesome I could cry. I'm so lonesome I could cry. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hank Williams, the hillbilly Shakespeare, is known as, for good reason. Just that last verse alone in that song is enough to qualify him for that, I think. So here's a little number that came to me over in Ireland on a very windy, rocky, primitive, lonely February shore along the Irish Sea in a place called Kilmore Key. I lead tours of Ireland every year. Well, I haven't the last couple, but next year, 2023, kicking in again. I think it's April 30th through May 9th, I believe, is the date. And if you folks signing up, you ought to get on there if you can. Sooner the better. It's a great experience, and it's limited to about 22 people or 24 people, something like that. Quite an experience. If you've never been to Ireland, you'll never be the same. It's just a beautiful place and wonderful people there, and great music and poetry. And I was just out there kind of knocking around on the shore one day by myself, and the song blew into my ear. I guess it might have been some of the voices of all the folks that drowned off the coast there, these two beautiful, haunting monuments to all the souls who've drowned out there in that particular part of the coast. And a little song about our commonality called Traveler 2. It's a cloudy old day, but the sun's shining in my heart. I got a smile on my face, but the mirror says I'm falling apart. You know I gave everything away. What else can I do? Now my clothes, they're all frayed. I got a shine on my worn-out shoes. Hello, unraveler. I'm unraveling just like you. Hello, traveler. Oh, I'm a traveler too. All these folks in a hurry, bouncing down a bumpy road. Man, we all got trouble and worry, following us wherever we go. But when I find myself stranded, broke down and busted flat, some good soul pulls over and reaches out a helping hand. Hello, unraveler, I'm unraveling just like you. Hello, traveler, oh, I'm a traveler too. One act of kindness can make me start to cry, but then that don't mean I'm blue. No, no, one thing that defines us in this uncertain life is the love that resides inside me and you. I'm a traveler too. Oh, whoa, 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 Down the road up ahead, it's shorter than the road behind. There's something to be said right now, it'd be a real good time. Ain't it a funny old life full of wonder, joy and pain? Man, we all get weary sometimes, waiting for someone to say, hello, unraveler, I'm unraveling just like you. Hello, traveler, yes, I'm a traveler too. Hello, traveler, oh, I'm a traveler too. Hello, traveler, I'm a traveler. Hello, traveler, I'm a traveler. Let's try something. Let's just sing that together. All you folks out there on the World Wide Web, join us here tonight in Alamosa. It's real easy. Hello, traveler, I'm a traveler. Hello, traveler, I'm a traveler. Hello, traveler, I'm a traveler. Hello, traveler, I'm a traveler too. Oh, 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 oh. Thank you. Thanks for joining in. We could hear you out here in Alamosa, wherever you are out there. We heard you. We could feel it. You're singing along. We appreciate it very much. So let's see here. How about I'll do another song from the new CD. That particular song there is off of a CD called Incendiary Kid, which came out a few years ago. And of course, I Can Face the Truth came out just a couple of months ago, I guess. It's like the end of February or something. So it's been a chock full few months, and been good to get back to playing for folks and to see folks coming out. Crazy times. What's the old thing? May you live in interesting times, and we certainly have done that and continue to. Yeah, exactly. And all of history is that way, isn't it? I mean, it's like, you just think all the stuff we've gotten up to. It's crazy. Anyway, here we are. We're not going to worry about that tonight. I'm going to do a little song I wrote with a friend of mine from Colorado, Elva Jones Hahn, and this is called Ours for a Little While. And if you so like, there's a great sing-along section of this song, actually. And it's just that line, ours for a little while. I know you'll catch on real fast to it. Little partial capo number here. You gotta get the string stretched just right. All right. It's saying it's good. All righty. You ready? Woo! Just a little water. Hide that label. I should have taken that label off. We don't want everyone to see what I'm drinking this evening.
Hopefully it's tequila.
You don't want that. You don't. I speak from experience. You don't want that. Okay. No, it's just water. Okay. You been on my mind. Every day I think about you countless times. Love is funny stuff. Just when my heart starts feeling tender, things get rough. Everything we think we own is borrowed. This moment is so precious, only ours for a little while. Ours for a little while. Home, you come back home when every dream is spurned and your heart turned to stone. Fire, your life's on fire. You try to burn it out, but you keep shining brighter. Everything we think we know is borrowed. These moments are so precious, only ours for a little while. Ours for a little while. Let's keep it safe. Let's make it count. Let's give our love here and now. Years after we're gone, someone like us will fight for love and carry on. Time is but a song. Every note that disappears is never gone. Every song we sing is only borrowed. Each melody so precious, only ours for a little while. Ours for a little while. Ours for a little while. Ours for a little. Just keep singing that. Let's keep it safe. Let's make it count. Let's give our love here and now. Only ours for a little while. 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 All right, thank you very much. Thank you. Might as well just keep messing with the tuning. We'll try this now. This is from the new CD. And funnily enough, this was actually the first video before the record was, I think, even completely finished. Yeah, because Maura O'Connell eventually sang on this song, and I'm going to remix it, or put the remix of the new version of the music behind the original video for this summer soon. It's called Summer in America. Harkens back to, all kinds of stuff in our history, I suppose. When we've had to take to the polls and take to the streets to make our voices heard, and kind of where we are these days with all the division amongst us. One summer in America, we were singing in the streets, holding hands together as we marched till they drove us to our knees. From the hateful dust we rose back up to fight for equality. That summer in America, I loved you and you loved me. One summer in America, I loved you and you loved me. Oh, 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 oh. This summer in America, there's a madness in our midst, in the ugly mouth of ignorance, in the cruel unwanted kiss, in the lie called truth, the child misused, the eye turned blind to grief. This summer in America, I fear you and you fear me. One summer in America, I fear you and you fear me. Oh, 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 oh. One summer in America, we'll be dancing in the streets, holding hands together, unafraid of what the day will bring. Our hearts at peace, our children free to dream what just might be. Oh, one summer in America, I love you and you love me. One summer in America, I love you and you love me. Oh, 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 Thank you. I'm in America. All right, appreciate it. I got them here tonight, and I'll mail them to you if you want to order them. You can get on my website, dannycoopermusic.com, and you'll find it out there. It's a new release on my show, on my store page. And I've got a handy-dandy QR code on the back of some business cards that you can scan, and it'll take you to where you can buy it online as well. But I do have physical CDs, got some great Western shirts, vintage, one-of-a-kind Western shirts, always old friends, embroidered on there by professionals. And a variety of sizes and colors, and T-shirts, always old friends T-shirts. Bandanas, we have some bandanas back there, which you might need out here in this smoky environs lately. Y'all been having the fires out here? Around I saw something like by the dunes. You had some. Yeah, I know. We just came from up there. Boy, it was a lot of smoke on the way up still. Yeah. Once you got over, things cleared up quite a bit. It was interesting. But you were by a fire camp. All these people out there that doing amazing work, fighting fires. I can't imagine what that would be like. You know what? I'm going to go up one more. I'm going to get brave and go up one more step and play this song I wrote with Susan Gibson. I know Susan's been here in Alamosa. She's one of my favorites. She's a fantastic writer and artist and person. She helped me do this song here. It had been following me around for months and months, and I couldn't quite get it finished up. And I took it out to her house and jumped around on a trampoline a couple of times and wrote this song. I'm on a roll right now. My feet are too big for my mouth. I gotta show you how. Well, how else you gonna figure it out? Put the little fire out, up and down, burning down the house. I put my big foot down, right in the middle. Big foot down, and I don't mean a little. Big foot down, cat in the fiddle. Big foot down. Grits on the griddle, put your big foot down. Your back foot down. Ooh, back foot down. Put your big foot down. I got a barefoot gal. Lord, she comes on like a hurricane. She swam the Grand Canal. Yes, my baby flew home in her own airplane. She blew some mama around like candy, like Novocaine. She puts her big foot down. Big foot down, she stands and delivers. Big foot down, my baby shakes and shivers. Big foot down, watch her quake and quiver. Big foot down, down and around. Put your big foot down. Big foot down, your big foot down. Put your big foot down, put it down now. Truth came out, man, you can't believe a word I say. Gonna stomp and shout with a bullet on the hit parade. I gotta blow this town, now my head is too big for this place. Get it off the ground, bottle rocket into outer space. Put my big foot down, smack dab on the money. Big foot down, nose in a honey. Big foot down, don't you look at me funny. Big foot down, you better step back, sonny. Put your big foot down. The boss man yelling. Going off like Mount St. Helens. I'm ever gonna find my mission with some pulpit politician. Good Lord, I don't think so. Put your big foot down, right in the middle. Big foot down, I don't mean a little. Big foot down, cat and a fiddle. Big foot down, grits on the griddle. Put your big foot down, smack down on the money. Big foot down, nose in a honey. Big foot down, don't you look at me funny. Big foot down, you better stand back, sonny. Put your big foot down. Put your big foot down. Whoa, put your big foot down. 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 Your big foot down. Put your big foot down. Oh, thank you. Big foot down. Appreciate it. All right, I'll mellow it down a little bit here. Another song for the new CD. And this is another co-written song with Kim Ritchie. It's funny how songs come along and sometimes they just kind of come all in a stream, and sometimes they come in little stages, you know, starts and stops. And I always just try to grab a hold of any little idea that comes along. And I just came up with this melody again over in Ireland right before going to dinner, I think, with some of my tour folks. And noodling around on the guitar. And a little part of the song came to me. I came back home and finished writing this with Kim Ritchie, who's another fabulous singer-songwriter. Check her out. All you folks out there on the internet, if you haven't heard of Kim, check her out. This is off my new CD. It's called The Flower and the Vine. Leaves fall and scatter, it really doesn't matter. Seasons, they come and they go. Bee in the bramble, the melody rambles along to a song that we know. Always hello, never goodbye. Forever our lives are entwined. We turn to the sun, together as one, close as the flower and the vine. Ink on the page eventually fades. We each write the book of our days. Miles stretch between us, the years find and leave us. In my eyes, you're always the same. Always hello, never goodbye. Forever our lives are entwined. We turn to the sun, together as one, close as the flower and the vine. Close as the flower and the vine. the light in the stars, the fire in my heart, birds in the sky, the tear in your eye, the moon in the night declares you and I will never part, we'll never part. We turn to the sun, together as one, close as the flower and the vine, close as the flower and the vine. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. So I just had the strangest dream about my family the other night, and I won't tell you all about it, but about my mother, father, and my sister. My mother and father have been gone for some years now. And, you know, it's just interesting when you get those visitations. And this is a song off the new record I wrote for my mom, Betty Jo, after she passed away. There we go. Sometimes I see your face in the stars, guiding the lonely miles. Then there are times I see nothing at all, only a vast empty sky. The one star is shining like it has no choice, and I wonder if that's where you are. Deep in the night I hear your sweet voice, singing along in the dark, laughing and crying at the same time, living and dying every day. Open my heart to the whole human race, a tear in my eye and a smile on my face. I feel more alive when I let my heart ache. Oh, laughing and crying at the same time. Sometimes it's hard to see the sunrise, pushing my shadow aside, lights every corner and melts all that ice, leaves me with no place to hide. A smile from a stranger, the wave of a hand, and I'm not alone anymore. A torn piece of paper that captured your laugh, and I remember what your life was for. Oh, laughing and crying at the same time, falling and flying away. Open my mind to the whole universe, a joyful cry. Lump in my throat, might as well try to hit the high note. Oh, laughing, crying at the same time. One star is shining like it has no choice. I wonder if that's where you are. Deep in the night I hear your sweet voice singing along in the dark. Oh, you were laughing and crying at the same time, living and dying every day. Open your heart to the whole human race. Tear in your eyes, a smile on your face. You'll feel more alive when you let your heart ache with a joyful cry and a lump in your throat. Well, you might as well try to hit the high note. Oh, laughing and crying at the same time. Ah, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right, maybe do one more tune here and take a little break. We can stretch our legs and get a beverage and buy one of those shirts or CDs, or for at least get on my email list. And all you people out there online, I encourage you, go to danacoopermusic.com, sign up on my email list. Wherever you are in the world, I will probably get there eventually. That's my plan. We'll see how that goes. So I'll do just a happy-go-lucky little toe-tapping number here you can join in on. I wrote this song kind of to keep from freezing to death. A long winter drive, all-night drive, 13 hours from Houston to Nashville in the dead of winter in my old Ford Econoline van that had a heat in the summer and air conditioning in the winter. I call it the singer-songwriter model. And wrote this little song as a memory exercise to keep me awake, and pulled into Nashville and jumped out of my friend's house and got my guitar out and recorded the song, and then passed out for a couple of days. Great day in the morning, but we got a lot to be thankful for. Yellow maples and a red roof barn, sun coming up like a medicine ball. Great day in the morning, ain't it? Turn on your radio, turn up that song, sweetest. Is that the one that we both know? Turn it up a little higher. Go on and turn it up. That's fine. Great day in the morning, darling. Let's kick our heels up high. I wanna kiss you, stop yawning. There ain't one dark cloud in that sky, not one. Great day in the morning. 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 Early to bed, early to rise. Dreams in your head and stars in your eyes. The sun on your face makes me realize, well, honey, it's gonna be another great day in the morning. tickles. Great day in the morning, honey, I love every new day with you. Turn over now, you've been snoring. The birds singing and the sky is blue. Great day in the morning, baby, we gotta really celebrate. I wanna party, I don't mean maybe. It's gonna be our red letter day, red letter. Red letter. Ooh. Great day in the morning, we got a lot to be thankful for. Yellow maples and a red roof barn, sun coming up like a medicine ball. There it is, there it is. Coming up, coming up. Well, ask you, Sweet Pea, you ever see anything exactly like that before? Great day in the morning, great day in the morning. Great day in the morning. Great day in the morning. Got to get the old whistle warmed up. You can't whistle when you smile, so I just try to think of something horrible. Here we go, everybody. Let's jam on it. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Stick around, round 2 coming up shortly. All right, welcome back. Hope everyone at home there had a good break, and no telling what you're up to there, but we're not going to judge you. So let me get my guitar turned on. Another tune for my father here, for George. Steel town shut down. Daddy hung his hard hat up, he called it a day. Cowtown is just a ghost now. Granddaddy's rolling over in his lonesome grave. Me, I'm left to face this brave new age, out of place with the rays. How do I fight what I can't understand? One hand tied behind my back, I'm an old-fashioned man in a new age world. I'm an old-fashioned man in a new age world. Showdown on foreign ground. I never thought my kid would have to fight the way I did. Nuclear meltdown. Son, how far down in the ground can they keep that plutonium hid? Oh, I'm left to face this brave new age, out of place with the rays. How do I fight what I can't understand? One hand tied behind my back, I'm an old-fashioned man in a new age world. I'm an old-fashioned man in a new age world. I miss those bad old days. Well, we just dreamed about a better way, a better way. I'm left to face this brave new age, out of place with the rays. Oh, how do I fight what I can't understand? One hand tied behind my back, I'm an old-fashioned man in a new age world. I'm an old-fashioned man in a new age world. I'm an old-fashioned man in a new age world. Steel town shut down. Cowtown is just a ghost now. Oh, whoa, thank you, thank you. Old-fashioned man, you can hear the wind blowing through the old abandoned mills right there in that one. Okay, so are we taking questions from people on the internet or anything? Anybody have any? You want me to trust. I might actually know one of them. I mean, that'd be fine if anybody wants to. Don't hesitate. In the meantime, I'll do this one here. We're waiting for those cards and letters to pour in. It's the title song from my last CD, Incendiary Kid. Well, I was raised a Catholic kid in Independence, Missouri. Went to St. Mary's High School. We rarely won a ball game. Very small school, about 200 kids in the whole high school. Taught by the Sisters in Mercy. My favorite oxymoron. And Harry Truman lived in that town of Independence. Walked by his house often. One night when I was 13 years old, I decided I was going to throw a cherry bomb on his front porch. And I did so. I yelled, "Give him hell, Harry," and ran like the little coward I was. Later that evening, after being detained by the Independence police, I denied ever having thrown a cherry bomb on Harry Truman's front porch. And lucky for me, Harry wasn't home that night. That was the end of my life of crime. That night I turned my attention to music, writing songs, going to the CYO dances around Kansas City. And I met a girl at one of those dances named Juanita Cruz. Juanita spoke very little English, and neither did I, so we got along famously. And we danced together almost every weekend for about a year. And then I showed up at one dance at St. Stephen's, and she never arrived. You dropped the bomb you held under the dollar, Missouri mule in all your glory. We collided when I threw a cherry bomb. I yelled, "Give him hell, Harry. No time to tarry. The fuse is lit. No stopping it. Incendiary kid." Crazy daddy with his hair all in tangles, tornado blowing through his t-shirt. Well, I'm on that hillside waiting for lightning to strike. Why do I do these things? The sky is lit. I'm defying it. Incendiary kid. Here comes Juanita strolling in with her girlfriends. Covey of doves, they floor me. She speaks Spanish, but I kinda comprendo that she likes me. We dance real close, the flame is lit. No denying it. Incendiary kid. In slow motion I free fall. Hooray, the human cannonball. Man, you'd think by now I'd lose the fight, but still some fire burns through the night. And even now I feel that child inside. Time blew up, left me in the rubble. I wonder what happened to Juanita. Sometimes I feel like a kid in trouble. I wanna blow it all up and start all over. The fuse is lit, no stopping it. Incendiary kid. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, you're very kind, very kind. We'll go back to a couple of years later. No, I guess it was about 16. And I wanted to be a hippie so badly. But I hadn't graduated from Catholic school yet, and we only had imaginary hair. The good sisters would not allow you to have hair over your ears, over your collar. I mean, that was the girls. It was so rough. It was a tough bunch. Anyway. But it was kind of funny. I had access to Kansas City, about 18 miles away, and I went down there for art and music, and I used to go these Kansas City love-ins, which kind of sounds like a Pulp Fiction novel or something, but it may not sound all that exotic to y'all here in Alamosa, but to me, growing up in Independence, it was getting off the bus down there. It was like getting off the bus in New York City or Paris or something. It was so exciting. Heard a lot of great music down there at the Love-Ins at Volker Park, right near the University of Missouri, and made some lifelong friends down there too. So I'd take this old Gibson down to the Love-In, and I would try to assimilate. I'd try to meet some people, talk to people, hip-looking people, and I was shunned pretty much across the board. And till finally one young guy asked me one day if I was a narcotics agent, and I realized that my Navy shirt and my peace symbol and my love beads and my $10 moccasin boots that I bought at Tom McCann were not a convincing disguise. I wasn't hip. I was a Catholic kid trying to be hip. But my guitar, my music, it won friends for me. And I met a girl down there one time. She was playing the flute, sitting on the lawn. We started talking. I got my guitar out, and we played Season of the Witch for about 30 minutes. And we talked, and she said, well, I gotta get home. My older sister's getting married this afternoon. I thought, well, leave this girl. She seems sincere, but who knows? I asked her, do you want to ride home? I've got an old car. She said, yeah, sure. So we walked over to my 1960 Dodge Belvedere my dad bought from a buddy of his at the steel mill for $100 and gave it to me as a gift. My first car. It was all primered, big fins on the back, and push-button transmission, had big couch seats. I was a hopeful Catholic youth. And she gets in the car and starts directing me to her house, deeper and deeper into a part of Kansas City I'd rarely been in before, a place called Mission Hills. We pulled up to a mansion. Looked like a castle with a turret on the side of it. And inside, this giant staircase reached up to her father, standing at the top, looking down at us in his tuxedo. And he kind of, his eyes landed on my moccasin boots. And I knew it was doomed right there. I was a beggar. She was a queen. I played the guitar. She danced and sang, light as a sparrow. She'd lift off the ground. I was a scarecrow. She smiled at my frown. A necklace of clover, a dandelion ring, a flower unfolding, a bird on the wing. I whispered, Jessie, girl, I could love you. Then I genuflected and unlaced her shoe. Her auburn hair tumbled all down in my face. We kissed and we fumbled in a clumsy embrace. There for one moment, underneath the green trees, a flower unfolding, a bird on the wing. She lived in a mansion with a prince and a king, and a woman on horseback with a porcelain face. Her servants looked through me. The dog tugged on its chain. Her parents looked sideways. They sneered at my name. Love, when it is new, is a delicate thing. A flower unfolding, a bird on the wing. She cried when I left her. The sky cruel blue. Our hearts pressed together as they both broke in two, while a party of sparrows sang a sad, lovely tune. And over my shoulder, the last thing I knew, her face in the window, her head raised to me, a flower unfolding, a bird on the wing. Oh, a flower unfolding, a bird on the wing. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Bump it up a notch here. Got a few more tunes to play for you tonight. Do this one, I think again in memory of my family. Just my little sister didn't come along for 9 years, so we sort of, by the time she was grown up, I'd left home, and we had to really find our way to one another, which we did. We ended up being very close, but that's a kind of a tricky thing to overcome, I think, that difference. I just wasn't around for a lot of her upbringing. But so before she came along, long before, first few years of my life, we lived in a little place called Latour, Missouri. And my dad was a tenant farmer before we moved to Kansas City, and he worked in a steel mill. And while we were out there, it's where I kind of developed my imagination, I think. Played by myself, had an old dog named Bob and a cat named Tom. We weren't real imaginative, but they had names. And play with them, and I go play by myself down by the big creek and skip stones and build little imaginary, cities and out of sticks and stones and mud and stuff. And I would watch the birds, fascinated by birds and trees and clouds still, and they show up in a lot of my songs. But I remember being really fascinated with what I found out to be hawks when I asked my mother about them. And I said, wow, the way they dive down. She said, yeah, they're swooping down to get a little critter for dinner. And I was like, oh. Well, hawks have to eat too, Hawkeye, swooping low to catch him up. Hawkeye, before they make the tall grass. Hawkeye, red tail flashing, little critter, better get him, move on fast. Blue sky, I can't hide anywhere if I die under the talon. Tell my friends I love them. I never meant to go under. Hawkeye, Hawkeye, heading for the state line. Hawkeye, trooper coming up fast. Hawkeye, red light flashing, chasing down a killer on the overpass. Sunlight, blind my enemy. Twilight, hide me in the shadow. Moonlight, guide my footstep. See you on the other side of forever. Hawkeye, whoa, whoa. Hawkeye, silent as a graveyard. Hawkeye, shadow on the treetop. Hawkeye, red sun sinking, got me thinking I could take my chance. My heart beats banging like a kick drum. Cool breeze singing in the fence line. Don't freeze out in the open and never look back over your shoulder. Hawkeye, Hawkeye, super low to catch him up. Hawkeye, before they make the tall grass. Hawkeye, red tail flashing, little critter, better get a move on fast. Get a move on. Get a move on fast. Get a move on. Yeah, little critter, better get a move on fast. Switch increments here.
Putting your picks in your mouth make them softer or something?
It keeps me from losing track of them. And if I swallow them, I know I can always get them back. That was terrible. I tell you, I've regretted a lot of things in my life. And yes, that is a danger. One could inhale one or just swallow it. I did get a couple of things. I got a toothpick crosswise in the back of my. When I was a teenager, I was playing with the toothpick, and boy, that was like, I mean, you had to like fish it out, and it was stuck in. Anyway, but probably worse than that was the time I bought a chunky bar. Talk about product placement here. Chunky bars. I was hooked on chunky bars as a kid, and cherry mash. Remember those? Did you get those out here? Like a little mound of like pink goop in the middle of that little mound of chocolate and peanuts on. Anyway, chunky bars are dangerous, real thick chocolate. And I had a big mustache. I'd graduated high school the next year. I grew my hair long, grew a big mustache. It's kind of like the walrus mustache that grows back into your lip, that disgusting thing. Don't ever do that, men. Don't do that. I learned that night. I got the chunky bar, and I was going to cross the street and go play a gig at the folk club. And in the wintertime, I was real hungry. I unwrapped that thing, and I bit into it. When I did, about that much of my mustache went up between my teeth. And I mean, way up in there, and hung up in there. And I'm like standing there in the parking lot with a chunky bar in one hand and trying to, and tears are pouring, and people are walking by me in the parking lot like, walking around me, and finally I just have to give it a real good yank. So I just either don't eat chunky bars or trim your mustache, and maybe you can do both. That's my words of wisdom for this evening. Good Lord. So much for every time I can't put my picks in my mouth anymore. I have to quit doing that. That's a bad habit. Thank you for pointing it out. I need to know these things. You might have saved my life. You never know. Going into an exotic tuning just for you here this evening. This is, I won't even bother to tell you. I wouldn't want you to try this at home anyway. Okay. I'm going to do a little series of songs here, 2 of which I wrote, 1 I didn't. I'm going to do another cover song tonight. Just, I don't know. So many good songs in the world. It's good to acknowledge them, I think. First tune here is called Thank You, and I did write this one, and this is certainly for all of you listening out there, all you folks who came out tonight. I got a freaky guitar string. Perfect. I'm so grateful for the life that I've gotten to live, making up songs, playing them for people, actually getting paid for it sometimes. And it's just every time I do it, it's just such a high for me, and it's always a thing that has gotten me through, tough times, music. But even I, once in a while, forget how lucky I am and feel sorry for myself, So get caught up in strange worries about finances and things like that. The meaning of life. Just little things like that. And so I was having one of those days out in Portland, Oregon, staying with some friends of mine out there, Terry and Donna. I played a house concert for them, and they, just sweet folks. They were at work, and they let me stay in their house for a couple of days later between traveling. And I was just worn out. It'd been a long tour. I was there alone. Well, I wasn't alone in their house. I was there with their 3 cats. And they appear in this song. Their 3 cats were immortalized. They came home from work, and I'd written this song. I played it for them. I looked over, and tears were just streaming down their faces. They were so moved that their cats were immortalized in song. So, hey. But I was happy to do it. They're good people. And there are some of the folks that I I realized that day that I had to really be grateful for. But I had this little pity party for myself. I made myself some orange pico tea with no sweetener in it. Let it sit there for about 20 minutes while I stared at it and watched the tea bag disintegrate. Leaves are floating on the oily, tepid water, and I just sat there, drank and chewed on my bitter, tepid tea, looked out at the dismal day, the cats all around me, and I felt bad for myself. Until the sun exploded out of the clouds. Portland was transformed into paradise on earth. Hummingbirds swarming all these yards, all these bird feeders they put up everywhere. And I realized I have so much to be grateful for. 3 cats live in this house. I'm just a guest passing through. They run around all night, sleep away the afternoon. One has a zigzaggy tail, and one is as white as a pearl. One only hides, never lets me into her world. I gotta thank you, whoever you are. Thank you for my breaking heart. Thank you for the chance to play my little part. Panther on a windowsill, rabbit in the wood green grass, Rufus and his hearts and wings beating fast. One day I'm filled to the brim, next day the whole thing spills out wide open again. I'm wondering what it's all about, but still I gotta thank you, whoever you are. Thank you for my breaking heart. Thank you for the chance to play my little part. Funny how the clouds pile up when they're only gonna blow away. Funny how each one of us is a universe in our small way. Hey, hey! Three cats squint in the sun, high on a blue window day, grinning and purring like they got something to say. If curiosity kills, I'm dying to know what that means. A life awaiting tills won't fill the yearning in between. Whoa, 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 thank you. Thank you. Ooh. Thank you for the chance to play my little part. All right, thank you. Indeed. Appreciate it. So, I mentioned I was doing another cover tune here. This is by a fellow named Dino Valenti. His real name was Chester Powers Jr. For some mysterious reason, he changed Chester to Dino. and powers to Valenti. He was apparently an interesting character and had a lot of emotional issues and addiction issues, of course, that led him down some wacky roads, wound him up in prison for a while, and but he wrote this song along the way and made famous by the Youngbloods. But contrary to a lot of folks' opinion, it was not, or idea, it was not written by Jesse Collignon. Dana Valenti. Close enough for folk music, all right. Love is but a song we sing, fear the way we die. You can make the mountains ring, or make the angels cry. And though the dove is on the wing, we may not know why. Come on, people, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. If you hear the song I sing, you will understand. Listen. You hold the key to love and fear, all in your trembling hand. Just one key unlocks them both. It's there at your command. Come on, people, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. We will come, we will go, we will surely pass. When the one who left us here returns for us at last, we are but a moment's sunlight fading in the grass. Come on, people, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Try to love one another right now. Try to love one another. Thank you, Mr. Dino Valenti. Thank you very much. Well, really, thank you all for having me here again. I love Society Hall, I love Alamosa, and it's just always good to come back to this part of the world. Appreciate you all coming out and you guys being here. Doing a live stream. I hope you all out there have enjoyed it. Come say hi to me at DannyCreekMusic.com if you get a chance. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and a lot more information about me out there than I really would like there to be, probably. But, you know, most of it's good. I wish I could get rid of some of those Google photos, you know. You go to Google Images, and some of those old photos that are on there I wish weren't there, but I'm not sure what to do about that. Any of y'all out there online, just drop me a line. Let me know what I can do about that. Anyway, this is an old song of mine I'm going to close with. Check out the new CD, I Can Face the Truth, of course, and all my other stuff. We got a lot of it out there. And you can get a lot of it on the internet, and, of course, a lot of it on my website as well. This old song I wrote in 1971. I was about, I don't know, 10, 12, something like that. And living in Hollywood in a $49 a month apartment. Just starting out there, trying to get a record deal. And I had a friend, Bill Barnett, who introduced me to a friend of his, Stan Farber. Stan took me around to all the labels in Los Angeles, and we'd go in there. I'd play for people. I had long hair and, you know, kind of holes in these in my jeans, and I was kind of pitiful. Sneakers, and just kind of looked like a, you know, destitute hippie, which is kind of what it was. And this guy named Marlon Green listened to me play this song and another in his office, and he looked up and just said, man, if there's any way, I want to get you a record deal. So he took me in, and we just did a demo. It was a couple of songs, and he got Elektra Records to sign me. This is one of the songs responsible for it. A little song that Stephen Holden said was rife with sexual ambiguity. Just a little spice for the evening there for you. I don't frankly see what's so darn ambiguous about it, but anyone ever told you you look like Jesse James? Your thumbs and your build and the rainbow of your face. Have I ever told you you talk like Gabby Hayes? Your big feet in your mouth and your pockets full of cliches. You fell in love with some hustler on Sunset Boulevard. Well, they took you to his castle. You could only talk in the dark. You come along, wanna save my life. You live on the next floor. You said, my damn good lover, can I be more, little boy? I said, no. I said, no. I don't think so. Ever told you you make love like a washing machine? Those tears in your eyes, you're trying to make your man feel mean. Have I ever told you you walk around in bando style, those long yellow legs and a black leather jacket smile? Ooh, I thought I was dying, very near my early end, looking for a woman to be my friend, be my friend. You come along, wanna save my love with both hands tied behind your head. You touch my soul, you raise me from this dust. This is just, this is death. Anyone ever told you? Anyone ever told you? Anyone ever told you? Has anyone ever told you you look like Jesse James? Your thumbs and your belt and a rainbow of your face. Whoa. Oh, rock me, baby, rock me, just like that, you rock me. Go on and rock me, like good old Jesse James. Thank you very much. You're very kind. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.